Hi, my name is Beverly Perrin Clark, and I'm excited to tell you about my book, Angel Wing, Raven Wing. Death is not the enemy, but a guide for our living. When I was 16 years old, the trajectory of my life laid out before me. My father, who was almost 45, had a massive heart attack on our kitchen floor. I tried to revive him. Suddenly, I felt this bolt of energy come through my chest and it knocked me back. I didn't know what it was, didn't understand it, but I got back up and still worked on my dad. When the ambulance got there, I knew that my dad had already died. And I knew something as true as anything I had ever known, and that was that something happened between us, some message, some map, something maybe to negotiate the rest of my life. My father was a funeral director, and I came to understand that part of the work that he started was work that I needed to continue. Now, honestly, it took me about 5 seconds to realize that I wouldn't be a mortician. That wasn't my calling. But as it turned out, nursing was. And 5 years later, I would become an RN, and I would work in death and dying my whole career, including 25 years in hospice, working with adults and with children. And towards the end of my career, I was also working with a shaman for shamanic counseling, working through some childhood and adult traumas. And that led to a shamanic apprenticeship and then an initiation as a shamanic practitioner. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but it was part of the continuum of the trajectory of my life that I saw and knew at 16. To continue the work of spirit as a hollow bone and all those spaces between our living and our dying, and help people understand how I came to understand the bigger picture of death and what understanding death can offer us, and how living with death as our guide can help us to live with our whole and full potential. So, why my book? There are many, many wonderful books out there on grief, and this isn't one of them. We know that tragedy and discovery are part of the same spectrum, and that there is enormous information out there on how to help ourselves. But what we need, in my own opinion, is more story, like our ancestors gave us. Our ancestors gave us story as the avenue for healing, for teaching, for negotiating life's challenges, for getting through all of the difficult parts of life. And I weave many things through this book about hospice patients and many diverse and culturally and spiritually diverse stories. I think they'll be new to you. And also stories of my shamanic apprenticeship and the long and winding road and the many detours I took to decide to do my work and find my way. The book also has themes of family trauma and leaving an abusive marriage, of religion and finding out who I was. All of those things are woven in. And my readers will see themselves in this book. They'll see themselves in these stories to help them for healing, to help them learn to use death as a guide, that sacred work of befriending death. I thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my proposal. I'm Beverly Perrin Clark. My book is Angel Wing, Raven Wing, and I thank you. Oh, and this is my dad and my mom.